Hello Earth, welcome to episode 2 of season 2 of Making Cell, a series of videos where I record myself designing and implementing a programming environment called Cell. So if you're just tuning in, I would recommend you go here to this URL with the entire explanation of what this is, and you can go also to episode 1 of season 1 where I kind of explain things. Or you just can watch along. We're going to continue where we left off yesterday, which is this very interesting point. And actually, I cheated. I have to say it. I cheated because I was on the train earlier today, and it was super packed. I was sitting in the stairs, but I wanted to code on Cell. I had this urge, so I did a bit of coding on Cell, and I came up with the following diff, which I wanted to take a look at. So it's just here. So basically there was a bug here in the texter. We need a test for that. That basically I was abridging too little. I will show you what I mean in a minute. And I renamed this function called JSON to 4 as JSON to path, because that's really what it does. It converts JSON to 4 data paths. And then I incremented here the number. So if you're looking at the list, you start at 1 with the first element is just 0. And here, I think this is the most interesting thing of the entire train ride that I did, code-wise. So now, if you remember, yesterday we had this data grid, which is a way. Here you're looking at the same data, here and here. But it looks quite different here below, right? Although I'm a fan of text, I notice my eye goes here more, at least now. Maybe it's because I'm in lab with this. It's just the first rush, the neurosis. But I like this. And I was, instead of abridging as I do here, basically not showing the repeated elements, I figured, what if I show them, but I show them in gray? And I think this works very well because you still have the context of the entire path all the way to the root, but you don't get overwhelmed with the detail. If you would, let me just show you what I mean, and then I'll show you what I have there too. If I did this is how it looked like. Sorry, false. See how you cannot really tell what is what here? So you have to be looking at the right and ignoring things. Whereas if you have this, you see, okay, glossary, title, example, glossary. Okay, and here, you just jump here, and you still know you're in glossary if you want to know what is here. But you're here. Glossary title S, gloss list, gloss entry, and then all of this is gloss entry. So you can already see that as the French would say, coupe de huile. I don't know how I cannot pronounce French. Basically, we just with one visual coupe, you can see what's going on. And the boundary between the gray and the white is the boundary between the novelty and the repetition. And I think that's great. By the way, am I recording? I'm always checking. Yes, I am recording. Beauty. So we have this. So you see, glossy also have a list now with 2 elements, and then more novelty, glossy. So gloss def is over. So here this and this, it's not that it's canceling each other out. Basically, it's like the close of this and the beginning of itself. Each new thing closes the previous one at a certain level, a certain actually depth. I'm starting to talk about depth of paths. I should write it in Todis, our little Bible, a little holy book of Cell. Not very holy, just we need it. But yes, I have glossy, gloss term ID. By the way, this arbitrary example came from our very own Douglas Crockford. And I am now going to take another example he has here because I need more miles, so to speak. I need more examples. I need to get a better way of doing this, but I'm fretting over what to hard code or not on the interface. If I do this, okay, another one. If you look at this, let's look at it as text. This one is quite nice to look at text. You can still make sense of it quite well because the hashes are like you have hashes of four, like a big hash has four hashes inside of which three have some lines in them, so you can see the whole thing. Here you can also see it takes a bit too much space, right? It's a bit too long. Could we make it a bit smaller and still retain the niceties of the grid? I wonder. Where would it be? Here? No, it's not that. It's the height, right? Is it? Is it not? Ah, no, it's just a property of the P. Yeah, man, it's just let's just shut that down and see. Yeah, of course. What's the problem? Yeah. Okay, what's your issue now? Ah, maybe it's not a padding, right? It's a margin. MA? Yes, look at that. So this, I have to say, this has a very high compressibility. This one is not that far. It's just the padding now, right? The P is just the padding here. If I bring it down to 1, because compression is key. It's key if we want to... I could live with this. What if I would make it mono? Is it not monospace? Code. Yeah, of course. Hey, why is this not something else, right? What's the actual font here? Monospace, monospace. And where this is what? Consolas. And if I just, instead of doing that, I would just do something like back in the 90s. How would it look like? Not half bad. This is bolded. I think it is. I'm trying to get that feel. Computed styles is amazing. Now if you could trace it back. Do we have the weight? No, there's no weight. It's just the size. It's 16. Yeah, that's the same, right? Yeah, it's the same. Now it's the same. So how do we deal with this? Does it look good? Am I starting to fall in love with this? Danger. I like this. I like this. Now I need a cursor to go around it because I'm tired of using the mouse. I realized that the browsers tire me because I'm just using 2 fingers of my right hand in a curled position because I don't have a separate mouse instead of my 8 fingers of both hands without the thumbs. Well, you do use the right thumb for the spacebar, right? Yeah, but So I could just move with both my hands with the keyboard because I use Vim. So see how I'm more relaxed when I'm using a text editor, because, well, you cannot see it, sorry, but you can at least understand it through what I'm saying, which is here I'm just using my right hand, to be honest. I'm still using the two fingers. I'm using the what do you call it, the pointing finger. I forget how to say it in English. The index finger, of course, and the what do you call it, the middle finger here to move around. Here actually I'm using the ring finger as well, and the index finger to do this. And if I start to do like jump one page, or here, I'm already using 7 or 8 fingers, and I'm so much more relaxed, I realize. That's why I'm also getting tense when I'm typing in a browser. It's just the input is worse. So I want to bring that flavor, but I am going back to the point. This, I think it looks good. I think there's definitely something about the data grid, and I think it's a better representation than pure text. I think pure text, well, not pure text, for data text can be used for transmitting data from here to there. It's perfectly good. So you can store the file as for data, for example. That's great. So we have an ambiguous way to represent this data using text, which presumably will be stored as UTF-8. So that's brilliant. I'm very happy about that basis. But on that basis, I think this is a better layer to look at it. I've been working with some data at work, but I cannot use it here. I would love to, but I'm not going to. But because I'm looking at these big JSON files, and I would love to put one of those here. Instead, I'm going to take another example from somewhere else. Well, this one is not half bad. Oh, look at this. It looks nasty. If you had to read this JSON, look at this. And I mean, if this looks nasty, imagine this, the XML. I think already I'm doing a much shorter path from JSON to where I am than Douglas Crawford did from XML to JSON. So thank you, Douglas, for what you did. I could have not be doing what I'm doing if it wasn't for what you did. And I really mean it. Okay, it didn't work. I had to do this thing every time, but at least now it's in one line and I don't have to complain. Everything's fine and dandy. We live in the future. Sure. Yeah, and then I'm just gonna do the same old trick, which is JSON to paths of JSON parse B. Yeah, Butte, and then the data space thing. Oh, did I experience this error yesterday? This tells me that I'm messing up something in my code. Well, what could it be? This is a redraw error, and a pretty bad one. I think I even found a bug in my UI library. Bad timing, huh? Because I really don't want to take a look at it right now. Do I have to do it right now? Really? Are you gonna make me do that? Really? Okay, you know what? Yeah, let's give it a shot. If I do the same thing, now it works, of course. Okay, I need to fix that bug anyway, but let's look at it for a minute. I think this is already better than JSON. And this is way better. I can see there's a servlet, which is a list with how many items? 5. And then you have a servlet mapping, which is a hash. My God, you can really see what's going on here. It's very clear to me. You can make sense of it much more quickly than with this. Even with the indentation, which is proper here. I mean, look at this. The only problem is I'm running out of space here. Why can I not scroll? Why am I not scrolling there? On the left, on my 70%. Overflow, is it called? Overflow X. Scroll. Nice. Where's my 70, yo? Here. Yeah, it doesn't care. Yeah, because I'm doing it in the wrong place. I'm being quite silly at the ATM. View cell. Where's view cell? It would be here, I guess. Yeah, of course. I lost it. And now, give me a scroll bar. No. I guess the overflow has to be somewhere else. It has to be in the table. No, what am I doing? I was working quite a bit earlier today, so I arrive in a state of unfreshness. Why can I do this? Okay, good. Table. Make it so. Glass collapse. The collapse is for the borders. Oh yeah, that was my CSS discovery of 2025. You can tell it's a low point for my CSS this year, but maybe it will pick up. It's still not working, which is a bit annoying because the x-axis is the one. If I do it like this, I mean, it will just do it for the y-axis, which I do not want. I need an LLM in this moment. I think my ludid stance towards not using an LLM in Cell is almost done. So I cannot make it work. Why not? Because maybe I have to specify that the table itself has a width, right? Something like that. Yeah, maybe that's it. Yes. No. And now also not. Well, I make it work at some point. Let's just look at another example. This is too simple. Yeah, this looks good. I guess JSON stringify could have been called JSON text and save us a few billion characters. I have that in mind for when cell takes over the world. Why am I changing the variable names all the time? Because I'm tired, but it's all good. Yeah, again that error, but if I refresh, it's gone. Look at this. The structure is immediately evident. Immediately evident. Yes. Okay, we are absolutely onto something here. We are onto something. This text representation is gonna go. You know what I could do if I was such a, if I am such a dog fooder, not the stargazers, you navel gazer, but let's just take a very involved. Okay, this is how my whole thing blows up in a minute, but what if I could actually take this quote-unquote cell code and put it as, oh, that's some powerful dog fooding. Put one. I need to do this in an editor. I was gonna blow up. Oh my god. How many indentations do I need to use? It will be put. I will call it. Actually, we could do it in today's cake for 8. Yeah, let's just do it there. 1 is this, and then this one will be 2. Yeah, and then how many spaces was it in the original? I forgot. Of course, so how many spaces do I need to remove? 8? No, 14. Almost 13. Yes, 13 characters. Look at that. 70s technology to the rescue. So we have this. So now let's just try to, well, just put it. And oh my, the line missing has an escape quote. Missing. All right, look at that. It even works. Wait. No. No. What's the problem with this? No. Can I cheat? No, let's not cheat. Why is it telling me that the line missing has an unescaped quote? What time is it? Unescaped quote. Yeah, I cannot find the quote. Yeah. It resets everything. But look at that. I like this. I like it a lot. A lot. The gray things, I think, stole my heart. Can I just do a simplified version of this? Like, how would it be? Would this work? No, it shouldn't. It should be the same, exact same error. No, it worked. Why did it work? Because maybe something. Oh, look at that missing quote right there. I forgot the butter. So if I do where's my butter? Yeah, it's more like I forgot that quote. And I look at that error of copying being transferred. Okay, we're almost done. Almost. Yeah, we're done. Good. So it was another line, so it's a bit of a misleading error, but where do you know where the multi-line starts or not? It's hard to tell. It's perhaps even impossible without an LM. We'll get there. Okay. That shouldn't have broken, but one mess at a time. Look at that. It did work. So this is how it looks. Does it really has all of this? Mix 1, 2, 3, 4. This is wrong. No, the dot is the dot is not being picked up properly, right? It should be 1, 1, 1. Yeah, there's an issue in the D daughter. No, I need to fix this. This is very important because this is how code is going to look. And we're going to be coding sooner than later. Imagine to be coding in these cells, moving around with your cursor on editing and having all sorts of rules that let you or not let you do things. You basically are operating on paths and see the results. Oh my god, this is blowing my mind. I could see myself getting into this and being all day here if it works. And maybe you too. Yeah. It's broken, but because we're going slowly, it's gonna go fast. Maybe I can fix it. So, why is the daughter doing this? Do I need to add a test case for this? Yes, you do. Wait. Yeah, it's correct. Because it will be 1 is fine, mix is fine. The problem is here, it should be mix 1, 2. Why is it chocolate, chocolate, chocolate? That's, no, it's like 1, and then and I will bet you something. Ah, yeah, you can see also the same problem here in this, in the D daughter. It's the D daughter. What is your problem, man? And this is only done on parsing time, right? It's so cumbersome to get data in here, right? Even with this. Let's go with a simpler example so I don't go nuts. If the last path I compare, what would the path be here? Path would be today's cake colon 1. Is it colon? No, yeah, because it's from here, of course. Mix. Okay, the first element. Or the mix would be 1 chocolate. I guess I could see it even here. Yeah. 1 people, yeah. And y well, this is fine. It's 1 people, 1 8. That is just fine. It's not and the dot here should be 2 actually. It's not updating it. So there's also an error, an opposite error here, but I think it's because this is already broken. So we need to address the first error as usual. So what do we do? It was mix 1 chocolate. Everything else is the same up until the equal. This is where it goes wrong. The line where it ends with the 8. This should still be 1. Why is it not 1? It's not 1. I need to run the path, otherwise how the hell am I going to know? There's no way I can know. And I think we'll leave it for tomorrow. But I'll tell you my 3 goals for Cell in this, I don't know when, soon. I want to basically paste upload email data to a project, which is what's going to be like a single data space, let's say, that you work in, which can be connected to others through the broader data space of the internet. And you can upload or email or paste JSON, CSV, and XLS and make sense of it with the interface and the LLM. And I don't know if we should edit it and then be able to output it. I strongly feel I should want to edit it, not just look at stuff. But we'll see. Then I want to make an API request to a service and store the result. And then create a small dashboard that is publicly available through an URL. And I would actually use it to show sell stats, because I'm going to have to build a service for this. It has to be a service. You cannot make API calls anywhere else because, of course, issues. Forget about emailing. And also, local storage has a lot of limitations with how much data you can store. And forget about exposing something publicly through an URL if you're running something locally. So it all points to building a service. But before we do, I wanted to, well, I don't even know what I'm going to do tomorrow. This is where I am today. I want to fix this and look at it, but I'm already very convinced that the data grid is the way to go. And if I see code here and I can make sense of it, code in the sense of this, which is how we're going to write cell, it's already starting to blow my mind what it can be. Thanks for watching. See you next time.